Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this week's Raw review. Let's start where we always start, and that is with the match scores. Then we'll get into your comments, and I am going to try to now have the score for the show at the very end, right? This isn't my score. I'll give you my score, but this is your score, right? This is according to what you lot have actually voted on this YouTube channel, Wrestling Daze Opinions, right? So we'll have a look at that at the very end. So Xavier against Ray, that got good 90%. Lyra against Zoey got good 89%. Then we had LWO against Judgment Day, that got good 95%. Chad against Kofi, that got good 97%. AOP against The Awesome Truth, good 89%. And then our main event, all-time 44%. One of the best matches of the year. You lot absolutely loved that match. You loved that match, and understandably so, to be honest. I thought it was really good. Really good. I don't think all time is too high or anything. Had it have got like really high-end great, I wouldn't have argued. Had it have got like low-end all time, I wouldn't have argued. This doesn't put it as the best match of the year, and I don't think it was that, but it absolutely belongs in the conversation of best Raw matches of the year. And so, you know, by extension, it deserves to be in best matches of the year. So, yeah, love that score. So I think you can see that this Raw was far from perfect because we didn't have any great matches. We just had a load of good matches and then one all-time match at the very end. So what we did get, though, is some really good segments. I really love CM Punk and Drew. I thought that was really good. I really like the Wyatt Sicks vignette and the reveal of the brides, which might not mean much to a lot of people, but if you followed Nightbirds, that was an answer that we've been waiting for a long time. So not only did we get that, but of course we got the QR codes, and it was a deep QR codes. You got Miz turning on R-Truth. We had Xavier and Kofi and dramas there, and you could see them arguing in the background at one point as well. So there was so much. There was loads. We know that we're getting Gunther versus Sammy next week for the world title, and we know we're getting Xavier against Jey for the Intercontinental title. There was loads. I just thought this was a really solid, entertaining show, but a show that could have been better had the matches have been better, and we had a few great matches. So those are my thoughts. Score-wise, I'd probably be about like a 7.25, somewhere around that. I don't think I'm anywhere near the 8s, so I'm not 7.75 or 8 or anything like that. But I think this was better than in the 6s. So 7.25, that's the kind of ballpark that I'm at. Had that main event have underwhelmed, had it have just been okay, then I think I might have been like a 6.75. So that's kind of where I am, but let's see where you lot are. So let's go here. Kelly, the wise lady, said, "Hello, Daze. Raw was pretty entertaining tonight. I had a feeling we were only getting a video and a QR codes, but what a code it was. So jam-packed. We have a New Day split on the horizon, and I'm going to go against most people and say I think Kofi will do the heel turn. I am in agreement, but they have really laid it on with Xavier, haven't they? They've really laid it on even thicker now. So if they are having Kofi turn, then I think they've done a fantastic job. Because even now I'm sat here going, oh God, I'm just so like using all of my years of watching wrestling. Even I'm sat here going, I think it's Kofi, but oh, because everything points at Xavier. Everything points at Xavier. So we're either just waiting for that moment to happen, because there is, I mean, even if you're 3 years old, you can see where we're heading, right? So there's no surprise factor to that whatsoever, but there would be if it was actually Kofi that turned on Xavier. That would swerve a lot of people. So I really am in agreement with you. I've said it during live streams that I'm thinking Kofi is definitely worth keeping an eye on, but with all the stuff that went down this week, they just laid it on that little bit more, and they're doing a fantastic job. So yeah, I'm watching both. Let's put it that way. Carrion is just watching them crumble. Miz turning on Truth. We knew it would happen. Truth needs to join Rhea and Damian. The main event did not disappoint. They tore the place up, literally. And Seth coming back, stomping Bronson was the icing on the cake. I could say so much more, but it would be extremely long. I'm going to watch your video now. Tonight was definitely 875. Well, yeah, I did drop that Wyatt Sicks video, and big thank you to everyone that checked that out. Those videos always take so long to pull together. And honestly, it's just a case of whoever I see first, as I'm kind of trying to go through, because my notifications, I get hundreds and hundreds of notifications. So it's always funny when people are like, oh, I've just sent you a message. It's like, thank you. But like, so have so many other people. There is so many notifications there, which I'm so grateful for. It's not that I'm not grateful, but like trying to find individual messages when we've had a QR code drop is literally impossible. So yeah, big thank you to everyone that sends stuff through though, because I never know who I'm going to see first. And also, you know, genuinely, there are times where I get sent, like, you know, the word puzzles. I get sent a lot of those when they've been completed. But then there's other things like source code, what's in the source codes, or what do each of the URL words like define as? What's their definition? What do they mean? How might they connect? I don't get a lot of that sort of stuff, you know. But people sending me pictures that they've found or word puzzles that they've completed, I get loads of that. But I feel like a lot of theories, like this says this, I think it connects with this. I don't get so much of those things. But I get enough whereby I can get a video together, and they normally take quite a long time. So appreciate Kelly and anyone that's checked out that Wyatt Sicks video. Right, Gio the Theo said, I actually really enjoyed the episode. Main event felt overbooked, but I absolutely loved it. Princess Katab Itch said, it was a good one. Straight fire, start to finish. Jeremy said, main event was a chaotic mess, but I loved it. All of the spots were absolutely insane. Great final promos from Drew and Punk for Saturday. And of course, Miz turned heel. He's the new Big Show. There is a lot of turns for the Miz, isn't there? Brady said, Wyatt Sicks QR code was amazing. Very interested to see if we get anything for the 2-year anniversary of Bray's return at Extreme Rules. I hope after Bad Blood's Rhea Liv feud is over, because the women's division needs it to be, and I miss Alexa Bliss. Brady, shout out to you, buds. Tony said, I was just hoping to actually see the Wyatt Sicks instead of what we got. I want to see them in action more, even if it's like what they did in Gorilla when they arrived. And let me get a yeet for Seth freaking Rollins returning. It's about damn time. Wrestling fan since day one said the only 2 matches that I liked was Wrestling Daze versus Lag, which, yes, we won in the end. The end of the match was fire. Daze hit an end of days. Come on. And Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman. Raw gets 4 out of 10. Wow. Can't wait for NXT so that I can see some of my favorites. These 4 and more. Good night, Days. So we've got Jada Parker. We got Trick Williams. We got Sol Ruka. And we have got Ryan Gosling. Wow. Wow. Real Wrestling Fan said, facts. Facts over feelings. This was not good at all. Raw is turning into SmackDown. Same Sammy and Gunther. Same Judgment Day Terror Twin segment. Karrion Kross talking about I don't know what. Meat Madness was fun, but nothing like involving Seth Rollins to screw that up. And no Wyatt Sicks. 3 out of 10. Woo. Gaming Fanatic YT said it was decent. Looking forward to what comes next. Oh, hello, what's this? Fistcuff said you probably recalled this by now, but the song lyrics that Nikki posted was How Soon Is Now. Used for the show Charmed. Love the show. I recognize the lyrics immediately. So what have we got here? PFC, Judgment Day, New Day, Seth, in-ring matches 5, Kofi Chad, Monsters, others so-so, crowd were 3. Not a fan of the weak reactions or no reactions. They need energy drinks. Overall production 6, 4.7. I am looking forward to NXT above all the shows this week. How about you? Well, Bad Blood's this week. I can't say I'm looking forward to NXT more than Bad Bloods, but I'd say I'm looking forward to NXT more than SmackDown. So, yeah, I'd say Bad Bloods, then NXT, then SmackDown. Duggerhole said it was a great Raw, 8 out of 10. Here's a thought on the Wyatt Karrion possible connection. Let's go. Scarlett wrestled at the past house show. Yes, in a mixed tag match. What if she's going to be doing more in-ring work now so she can go up against Nikki? Yep. We touched on that, actually, in Unseen. I don't know if it was yesterday's Unseen. But, yeah, it was, actually. It was yesterday's Unseen. We showed footage of her being pinned by Rhea Ripley. And, yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that she is in the ring, and the general consensus has been that it's because we're now working our way towards a feud with the Wyatt Sicks. So you are definitely onto something, my friend. Shaquem said the last match The Rock had everything I wanted in it. The last match Rock had everything that I wanted in it. 8 out of 10. Are you talking about the main event tonight? Or the last match that The Rock had, which would have been WrestleMania main event of night 1? The last match... Oh, I think that word just wasn't meant to be there. The last match had everything I wanted. 8 out of 10. Solar said it was a solid show. Women's division is in a rough spot and desperately needs a shake-up. My personal favourite part was commentary subtly blaming Gunther for Ilya's ACL tear. That's the match for next year, no doubt. Did you see what Gunther said on social media? He says, something like the week. I've got it actually in one of my folders. Is it in Raw? Weak things break. That's moody, isn't it? That's moody. So they put out about Ilya, and he said, "Weak things break." Lol. That's the Wyatt Sicks video. If you've not seen, it's very good. Oh, it's very good. In fact, the reviews are in. The reviews are in. I look forward to this video, and I wasn't disappointed, said King Joker. What can I say? Right, let's go down. We need to get back to where we were, which was... here. Wrestling Harold said, I think Seth coming back tonight was a good move, but I don't know what we could do with that feud. I hope it turns out to be great because they're both very talented. Yeah, it's hard to know, innit? I mean, we've just had such a great feud with Braun and Bronson that now Bronson and Seth does sort of feel like a step down. I know it's Seth, so star power-wise, it's a step up. It's weird, isn't it? It's a step up star power-wise, but it's hard to see that feud better in what we've just had. So, Rick said, awesome show overall. Very entertaining for the last 3-hour show on USA Network. Elite Pro Wrestling Forum said, solid for the most part. All stories advanced. Loved the QR code and the vids, but confused about who the Wyatt Sicks are targeting. New Day saga very interesting. Punk Drew cooked. I knew that last monster stand-in match was going to break the ring. I'm excited for the rest of the week. 7 out of 10. Yeah, I was 725. I think they're targeting Final Testament. I think they're talking about Carrion and Miz, and Braun. I think there's a lot of people that are being spoken to. I don't think it's just the same person all the time. I think sometimes they're talking to Braun, sometimes they're talking to Miz, maybe sometimes they're talking to Carrion. I feel like that's where that's going to go. I don't know what Braun does, to be honest, because Bronson is going to go into a feud with Seth now. So what is Braun going to do now? Don't know. But I feel like Wyatt Sicks will move on to Miz and Final Testament. That's what I'm seeing. Ash said, thought it was great. Love seeing R-Truth and the turn that the Miz did on him. I was screaming. And that main event, OMG, insane. 8.5 for me. Brendan says Seth Rollins, and that is definitely him, so that does check out. Carl said, decent show. Love Drew mentioning Roxanne and a reference to when she cooked Punk. The ring break was awesome, but not going to lie, I was a bit disappointed it didn't break more until Seth came out, and then I understood why. But anyway, the match was fire, and it was great to see Seth back. Miz's heel turn should be good. Can't wait to see Truth act like nothing happened next week, though. Sad no Sky Pirates match, but their promo was great, and they will be getting those tag titles. Nishi says, oh, look at this. We got to the end already. Nishi said, what a show. The Monsters Brawl was cinematic, with Seth Rollins returning with vengeance on Bronson. CM Punk and Drew did their best work on the mic as they head to the cell. I popped for both of them. By the way, Gable Kingston was a silent classic. Ooh. Just like Buster Keaton. So 10 out of 10 by Nishi. Alex said it was a good show. Good promo between Drew Punk. Loved the babyface turn for Braun. Yes. Real show of respect at the start, which I missed because of internet problems. But I wasn't able to stream it, but I did still see it. So yeah, does. And then he stepped up to Gunther, didn't he? And he was looking at that title belt. So feels like Gunther will get past Sammy. And then it feels like Bron Breakker will be waiting. I think Raquel returns at Bad Blood to help Liv retain, said Alex. I think Xavier turns on Kofi on their 10-year New Day anniversary. Love Bronson Braun. Happy that Seth is back. 7.5. John Elite said, loved last Monster Stand-In main event. Didn't expect Seth to return tonight. No, same. Seth as Bronson's next feud. Yeah. Really like the blue added to the IC title. Good shout. Yes. Does make it look better. Still not crazy about that belt. I don't hate it. I think it's fine. Blue definitely makes it look better. Fire promo from Punk Drew. Yeah, completely agree. Looking forward to Sammy Gunther. So there we go. Seems like a little bit of a mixed bag. You got to remember as well, it was a go home. So, you know, for example, we can't really do anything else with the Terror Twins and Judgment Day because it's go home. We know what we're building towards. So it's kind of, you know, that was in a bit of a tough spot, to be honest. But I still thought we had some fun bringing the shark cage out and chucking Dominic around, making fun of his new toilet paper merch, which I don't know if you've seen that. I wonder if I can show you that. I think I've got it in fun, if I remember correctly. Have I? Did I? Yes, I did. I got tagged in this 11 hours ago from Henry. I swear I thought someone had made this. I thought this was fake. I went to WWE shop to double check it. No, it's there. It's there. You can actually buy this and wipe whatever you want to wipe with Dirty Dom's face. I mean, wow. I feel like in the future, when we are doing the most random WWE merch kind of lists, this 1000% will be mentioned. 1000%. Because it is one of the most random things I have ever seen. So, yeah, I thought it was... They got out of that segment what they could. I thought it was fine. But for a go-home show, I thought this was very strong. And yeah, that main event was something exceptional. So, as I said, 7.725 for me. Wyatt Sicks massively helping that score as well. Love the reveal of the brides. Matches weren't bad. It's just nothing clicked into the great territory. Although it does seem like there was a bit of love for the Chad Kofi match. Does seem like there was a bit of love there. The whole Xavier stuff's really interesting, though. I am really into that. And Ray having his mask pulled off. That's pretty fun. That was pretty fun. So yeah, there we go. Really appreciate the support. Hope you enjoyed the video. We will be back later, of course, with the Wrestling Escape Pods and NXT. Wow, massive NXT. Cannot wait for that. So thanks for sending in your feedback. Appreciate it as always. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now. See, this is how I'm just not used to getting to the scores. So I said we would do this, and then I remembered as soon as I said goodbye, we hadn't done it. So I've come back. So here we go. Coming up to 150 votes, which is okay. We're normally around the 600 mark, but in all fairness, this poll's only been up for a couple of hours. So far, we're looking at great 67%. The way that I tend to work these is I always add the scores above as well, because clearly the people that thought it was all time, they thought that it was not only great, they thought it was better. So I feel like I can add their scores to this one. So for me, this would be great 78%. That's how I tend to do it. And that's how I do it for the matches as well. Because, as I said, for me, anyone above, they also thought it was great. But great is the one that has won. So that's the one that goes in the record books. But I want to make sure we're counting these people as well. So great 78%. I need to put all of that into a spreadsheet. And then we can start looking to see how it compares. That spreadsheet for the show scores is only like a week or so out. It's pretty much up to date, to be honest. The match results, about 7 months out. So that's going to take me like a day to update all of that now. But I should have done it as I was going along. I'm my own worst enemy. So there we go. So thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. See you next time.